Hi Farmers Weekly, I'm Gary Wiem and we are at the AAT. Today we're chatting to Antois van Westhuizen from John Deere Financial. Antois, thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure, Gary.
Antois, we would like to know, how would you say technology and John Deere Financial create opportunities for the agricultural market?
Hi, Gary, I think it's a very important question. I think John Deere in totality is not seeing ourselves as an equipment company anymore. We're seeing ourselves as a technology company.
Yes.
And the whole idea is to get technologies onto farms. We know that margins are under pressure. We know that increase of production is getting more and more difficult.
Yes.
So we want to get technologies onto the farm to make sure that farmers have the best opportunity to do the best on the production side, creating the best yields so that they can increase that margin as far as they can. From a JDF perspective, one of the important things for us is to make sure that we use technology to make it easier for farmers to have access to money so that they can procure that technology and get that technology on their farm. So for us, technology is not just linked into the equipment, into the seed, the fertilizer, but it's also on how you actually pay for it.
Yes.
And what mechanisms do you use to get that money onto the farm.
Yes. And when we say technology, how would you clarify technology? What would you say, how can we touch on technology?
That's a very important question. I think technology, if we think about technology, you and I talk, we think about smartphones, we think about iPads and AI and all sorts of things.
Yes.
But if you go into rural Kenya, technology is moving from ox cultivation to mechanized cultivation, just to get a tractor onto a farm. So technology, if we talk about that, we have to talk about the full spectrum of technology.
Yes.
So in one sense, we want to make it affordable for customers to buy equipment, to mechanize, get mechanization technology on their farm, which we know is going to increase their yield. All the experiments that we've done have shown that it definitely will help if you do your seed placing right, if you do your cultivation at the right times. It helps and it definitely brings technology then as an advantage for production.
Yes.
And we want to take that right up to the most intensive technology that we see at big commercial farmers, where you have things like see and spray technology, where you have automation of equipment. So it's a whole spectrum from the smallest farmer right up to the biggest farmer, and what their specific needs are. And I think technology's role is what value do we add that you don't already have?
Yes.
And how do you give that competitive advantage to a farmer that he didn't have before the technology?
So if I had to ask you, if you as John Deere were to say that there's one focus or one focus point that the agricultural community and technology needs to do together that you potentially as John Deere could assist with, what would that be?
I think the first one is sharing of information.
Yes.
Technology can only work if we have enough information to see that it really works.
Yes.
So data sharing and the results of the impact of technology, sharing that information is crucial for us.
Absolutely.
I think and then also talk to each other a lot more. I think part of being at AAT and at any organized agricultural event is for us to get feedback so that we know what the developments are, what the needs are of customers, and how we can actually leapfrog what they actually need to give them something that we think they're going to need 5 years from now.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. And farmers, until next time.